If you've ever wondered where nurses can work, then I'm going to be sharing with you 15 places where nurses can work, and let's get right into the video. So the first and most obvious place is obviously a hospital. So nurses can work at a hospital, and then they can also work in a clinic. So those are your most obvious places, so I just wanted to get them out of the way. And the third place where nurses can also work is community health centers. So that would be like public health departments. So if your county public health department has openings, I totally recommend that you check that out, because not only is there like nurses that work in public health, but there's like many different like departments, and I don't know if I could call it specialties, but there's different roles within public health that nurses can work in. And if you're interested in learning more about public health, then I totally recommend that you guys check out Mayela's YouTube. She is a YouTuber, an RN who works specifically with the farm workers in public health, and she actually goes out to the fields to work with the farm workers. So I think that's pretty cool. If you're interested in watching her channel, I'm gonna put her channel link down below so you guys can go check her out, because she has a lot of day in the life videos. And if public health is not something that you're really interested in, then there is an opportunity for you to work as a parish nurse, and these are nurses who work providing care to members within a faith community, so like at churches. And the fourth place where you can work would be correctional facilities. So that falls under jails, prisons, sheriff departments. All those specific places fall under correctionals. Those job openings are usually under like the state's website. So either state or county website of where you reside. Usually for the jail, I think it's like your county public health department. I would look under that website and see if you could find any job openings, if that's something that you're interested in. And the fifth place where nurses work is probably obvious, but nurses can work at schools, whether it's online or in person. You'd be working for the county, like the school district, or if it's not like your county school district, there's also private schools that hire school nurses as well. In the last few years, I even saw job openings for school nurses to work remotely. And that probably just happened because of, you know, everything that was happening in the, well, that is and continues to happen within the last few years. But if it's something that you're interested in, schools do hire nurses. And also I want to mention that nurses can also be hired to be educational, like instructors, clinical instructors. So that's also an opportunity. You don't have to necessarily have your bachelor's. Like if you want to teach at a community college, I don't think they want your bachelor's, because I knew nurses who were clinical instructors and didn't have their bachelor's, and they were teaching at like community nursing programs. You know, state and university may ask for a master's, or now they're probably asking for a DNP if you want to be a like an educational instructor, like actually giving lectures. I think now they do require DNPs, but at a community college, I think it may be easier for you to apply and get a job there, even if you don't have like those certain degrees that they may want. Now, if you're a nurse and you love camping, then maybe working at a summer camp would be something that you would be interested in. Obviously, that's something that's seasonal. I live in California and we have like a bunch of parks, but I've seen openings for nurses who are interested in being summer camp nurses at Yosemite National Park. I don't remember where exactly I saw these job openings, but I do remember seeing them. So if that's something that you're interested in, you should totally look into that, and maybe just like Google, I don't know, summer camp nurse. And those job openings are available obviously in the summer, and like I said, they're seasonal, It just depends how long the kids go to camp. But I mean, that would be fun. If you're interested and you like camping, then that may be a cool like summer job for you. Now, moving on to place number 7, obviously it would be working from home. So nowadays, like a lot of people, I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of people, especially nurses, people in healthcare, they want to work from home because of burnout and obviously many other reasons due to the state of our healthcare right now. But working from home is something that you can also do. And now that we've talked about work from home nurses, let's move on to number 8, and that would be insurance companies. Insurance companies do hire work from home nurses, but sometimes they also want you to be at the site. So I think it just depends on like what company you apply to. Now on my Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I post on there, I try to post on there daily, at least on my stories. But I recently made a post where I talk about insurance companies that are hiring work from home nurses. So under that specific post, I talked about how it's like case management nurses, telephone triage nurses, utilization management. Also sometimes they mention it's utilization review position. So I tell you on that post specifically what website to go to and how you could find those job openings. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you are missing out. I will put my handle down in the description box. It's the same as my YouTube, so go follow me and check it out. And now moving on to number 9, that would be military places like detention centers and the VA. So the VA stands for Veteran Affairs. That's where all veteran, well, not all, I don't want to say all, because some people don't even go there or they don't qualify to go to the VA, but not all veterans go there. Some veterans don't even know that they can get healthcare there. There are so many positions within the VA. Like I said, not only the hospital, acute care, there's so many specialties, primary care, there's some work from home too, surgeries, like a lot. It's like its own little community, you guys. Nursing homes, the nursing home would fall under the state, but the VA would fall under federal. And nurses can also work at blood banks, so that would be another place. And the next place would be courts of law, so such as being a forensic nurse. There are nurses who work at like specific crime scenes. So also there's like sexual assault nurses. I think you have to go through a specific, I think it's like a SANE, S-A-N-E certification. And I think that specific SANE nurse would also fall under public health. But I may be wrong, but I think that's what I've seen. So if that's something that you're interested in, you could also work as a forensic nurse at the court of law. Also, sometimes nurses are called to court to testify. And the 13th place that you can work at is just working as a home health nurse. So you could be going to patients' homes. Obviously, you would be under a specific either hospital or facility or a home health agency. But as a nurse, you can also go to patients' homes and provide care there as well. And the 14th place where nurses can work are corporate companies. So you would be known as an industrial nurse, and it's kind of like interesting because I didn't even know nurses existed in these specific corporate places. But I recently saw an opening for, I think it was like a tortilla factory where they were hiring an industrial nurse, which I thought was cool. I think it was Mission Foods. I don't remember. I think it was Mission Foods. So, I mean, that's pretty interesting. I didn't even know there were nurses that work there, but I mean, that's another place where you can work. And last but not least, nurses can also work for publication companies as nurse writers, as editors, even for like educational websites. They could be writers for that specific educational website or an editor. So there are so many options, you guys. And I only listed 15, but I'm sure there's a way more places that hire nurses. But if I keep going, we're never gonna finish this video. So anyways, you guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and I will see you guys on my next video.